Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Old Big Jim coming at y'all from the bog down here in South Mississippi, the Casa de Barlow. I ain't sure where the boys are. They probably hiding. It's been raining off and on all day. It's not nearly as hot, but it's certainly inclement weather out there, and them boys, they really ain't no telling where they at or what they doing. Boy, I sure don't feel like I'm in air. I am. Anyway, Flat Bill Friday. Y'all know we got all kind of tags. We got the the Folding Hunter. We got the Freaky Friday. We got the Fixed Blade Friday. But I woke up this morning, or I was ambling around here this morning, and saw my brother Mario over in Texas, and he tagged it flat. I think he did a 3-minute short and called it Flat Bill Friday. Of course, him and there's several of us that kind of promote that flat bill attitude. I'm probably the senior member, if you really want to be honest about it. Stephen Jeffries over at SJ Relics, he's a pretty big supporter of the Flat Bill Friday. And then my boy, the OG, OK Knox himself, up there in Knoxville, 865 Knives, he's always rocked the Flat Bill. And that's all three of them boys are fine fellas, and if y'all are not watching them, y'all need to go ahead and get yourself on over there, and cause all three of those guys are worthy of your time. Their videos are outstanding. Now, the OG is mostly on Instagram now, and I understand that. That's fine. That's where I catch most of what he does, and but he's a very busy man. He's a father. He works hard. So I have nothing but the highest respect for the OG. So y'all get in there where you fit in there, okay? Well, today, or a couple of days ago, I went to the mailbox. There was a letter in there, and I was kind of, I knew the last name, but I didn't know if it was the last name of the guy that it ended up being. But it was an envelope, and there was no note, no message, just two simple items that were very impressive. First of all was this, the greatest Bible stories that are ever told. Well, when I do, I try to do a devotion every morning with myself. I usually use, the one you can get that lasts 3 months. I can't remember the name of it. But I got one tucked in my visor above my truck. So when I go outside, get in my truck first thing in the morning, there's usually 2 or 3 scriptures listed on each page of that, and then there's a story that references that book. The Daily Bread is the name of it. Anyway, that's how I treat it like my daily bread. I go through there and get me a couple of verses that I can think about, maybe look up later on, and then the story usually relates to those things, and they have several little exercises in there you can do. But this one, I've seen these before. This is a great gesture from Brother Nate. It's the kind of thing that you can go. Let's say you go to Walmart, and you do your groceries, and then when you leave out there, you leave this sitting somewhere where somebody will pick it up. Or if you go to McDonald's and go inside and sit down, which I hardly ever do, but you can leave this. You can hand it to somebody and tell them, here, the Lord's blessed you with this. Please take your time to read it, or whatever you want to do with it. But this is a great gesture, and Brother Nate, I appreciate it. It will be used, and it will be passed on. So who am I talking about? Calhoun Knives. Great fella, man. But tell you what, I I like his channel. I like the way he arranges things. He very knowledgeable knife, especially in the case genre. But he's got other knives too. He did a thing about some queen knives that was unbelievable. But the video that I referenced, what I'm doing today on, had to do with the pattern of pocket knife that I like a whole lot, and that's Congress. Okay, I've been toting one. Y'all may have seen in my shorts and on my Modified Monday last. I had the same knife, and it's kind of in my pocket today. But anyway, y'all get over there and see Brother Nate at Calhoun Knives. If y'all like being stagalicious, this boy can stir you. He can stir your cup, okay? Because he's got stag knives that are unreal. Okay, unreal. I'm just saying. I've seen a few stag knives in my life, and he's got them. Trust me. All right, little pocket dunk. What do y'all think? Well, y'all know I ain't gonna make y'all suffer too bad. Anyway, let's go on. We get on in here with the pocket cross. Here's the old 30-day toter I got going for Richter's Knives. Okay. All we can really do now on this one is a teeter check. I actually gave it a little mother's love last night, just trying to even things out. It was starting to turn brown in one spot, so we gave her a little mother's love. We got her cleaned up. Coming in number 2. I got this at Deep South Cutlery, and it's German Creek, and they're salty. But if you love Sodbuster Juniors, man, this is your Huckleberry. There's nothing earth-shattering about it. It's got that brown micarta. And I put some of my other brother's fixing wax on it. Brother Mickey over at Hillbilly Ridge. This is some fine stuff right here. And I'm gonna tell you what, it brought that micarta right on out of the dark, son. It wasn't powdery, but it looked dry, so you look at it now, boy, it's stunning. You got that tobacco leaf shield in there, and you got your German Creek stamp right there. If I can see that or not. Anyway, just a great pocket knife, but I like it because it has a lanyard hole, case, lanyard hole, sidey, and then it's got half stop. I ain't gonna do that on the cup myself, but it's got half stop. Okay, which is a modification I make to certain knives. I mean, I got a black full size sidey that I did a half stop in, but I've done my boy Mario over there in Texas. I did him a Imperial little sided junior, and he totes it pretty regular, so he must enjoy it. Now, most of y'all gonna say, "Well, Big Jim, where's your Barlow?" There you go. All right. Now this is one of them things that I'm attached to. It is a Pakistani, China. I don't really remember where it was made, but when I first started my channel, I was inspired a lot by the Knife Doctor. And whenever I started my channel, I wanted to do a blade delete on a knife. And I've seen the Knife Doctor do that to several knives. So this was a 2-bladed Barlow, and it is now a single-bladed Barlow. And if you'll look, she's right down Peachtree, right down the middle. No half stops on this one, but it does have, I call it good walk and talk. Snap right in there. But this, like I say, this is just one of them old $10 Barlows. You could buy just about anywhere. From Pakistan. I got 4 or 5 of these. I think I sent Jerry Phillips one. Whoops, sorry about that, Jerry. Anyway, he's got one coming that I did a pretty serious modification on, and maybe old Jerry will put that in one of his shorts. He's been throwing out some shorts out there, but the reason I like these old knives, man, is because even though they're Pakistani and they stainless steel, but you can use it, and when you get through using it, you can get your strop out and stop it like 4 or 5 times in each direction. And here's what you come up with. There you go, Uncle Ted. I mean, Brother Ted. There's you, Uncle. I'm probably older than him, but there's your old curly Q. See if we can get one more in there. Well, let's just do the full cut. Uh-oh. Did one right there. Didn't even mean to. Look at that. Anyway, just love it. I love a single blade Barlow. Which the original Barlow that was made in Sheffield, England, was a single bladed Barlow. So, but it's a good one. Last thing I'm toting is the flashlight that broke the internet. $1.99 at Walmart. And when you go buy one of these, stop up there in the front where they got them Walmart batteries and pick you up a pack of batteries. You can run this gun 6-7 months on one pack of them batteries, which is I think $3, and a $1.99 flashlight. You don't have to pay $100 for an Olight. That gun right there. Look right there on the wall. See that up there hanging in that? I carried that one almost 4 years. Okay, almost. Anyway, Congress pocket knife. Let's get into that. I got one mystery knife in here too that we're going to go in. But y'all seen this one the last 2 weeks in a row. It's a chocolate brown Boker USA model 6006 Congress pocket knife. And this gun hurt you. Done cut me once. It's a beautiful pocket knife. Look at that pocket worn. Somebody toted this one. Well, you can tell. Well, get that. I don't know which blade I'm gonna get out here, but you can see that blade there. It's been used more than one time. I can promise you that. But sharp. Anyway, all right. Now the next one. Let's see what we're gonna grab here. The next one is something dear to my heart. Y'all know I love my Japanese, especially the saber knives. And this is a 676 half Congress in Delrin, and I date this knife to the mid-70s to the early 80s. But just an outstanding little pocket dropper. This would be a small, and I'm not sure the number for the small case, but anyway, it's sticky, but it carries well. But anyway, just a beautiful half Congress Saber 686. All right. And here goes your mystery knife. Now, the only thing I can tell you about this, the brand is XX. But if you put that in the query to try to figure out what it is and where it came from and all that kind of stuff, all you're gonna get is case, because anything XX is case. But if you look right there, well, let me show you. Beautiful. I think you would call that amber bone, but just beautiful amber bone. And get y'all the rear view there. Just a beautiful line. This would be a medium, the 52, I think it is, but I may be wrong. But it's got see that coping blade, and it's got the pin blade, and it's a good snap. And then it's got your 2 sheep foots. Okay. Good snap. I closed the one I need to look at. But anyway, this one right here has a etching on the blade. And it says XX stainless, I believe. No, sharp. XX sharp. Now, I don't know if that's I've looked it up, sharp, XX. I've looked it up everywhere I can look it up. I ain't never been able. I'm going to send this to one of my buddies that's an authority on Congress pocket knives and let him figure it out. Maybe he can, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, just a great little pocket knife. Something you can carry every day with pride. Is it salty? I don't know. Probably. But a great Congress pocket knife. All right. This last one is near and dear to me because I've had this one. This is one of the first pocket knives I've ever collected, and I had it a long time. And it was in a dull looking bone colored. But when you see it, you'll recognize what it is. But this is a Frost bone handle pocket knife. Now, you see the color that it is now. This is when I first started my channel. I did a whole series of knives that I dyed with coffee. I just took regular old coffee right out of the coffee pot, put it in a cup, and I put these knives in there and let them sit in there for about a week. And then I'd bring them out on Modified Monday and show them off. Well, this one, I probably bought this in the 71, 2, 3, 4 range. It's been carried. The blades are not very shiny. Yeah, it's a locker queen now. I hardly ever carry it, but it's just a pretty knife, guys. I got 3 or 4 of these. I did a small Stockman. I did a Marbles, brand new Marbles sod buster that I gifted to Brother Seth's wife, and can't think of, but there was a couple more. Like I did one Frost knife that was yeah, I didn't know. I started doing this kind of modification. I hadn't really done none of that before, so I'd buy real cheap. I did one Frost Trapper. It turned out real good, but we're not here talking about Trapper. We're talking about Congress. Look at that. That thing's pretty, pretty. And people, I don't remember where I heard it, but some people get confused about why this knife is like this. Well, like a muskrat. The muskrat is designed for trappers to where when one blade gets dull, they can go to the other blade. Well, these double pin blades on here, if you're a senator or a congressman and you're in Washington, and at the time that this pattern was developed, they didn't have ink pens. They had, an ink well on their desk, and they would dip a quill in it, and they would write. That's how they would write. Well, when the quill got dull, your writing looked bad, so they would sharpen it with a pen knife. That's why most gentlemen's knives have a pen blade. But anyway, they put 2 on here. That way, if they were halfway through a session, and the one they're using gets dull, they can switch to the other one to have another sharp one ready to go. Now, also, the lore about the Congress pocket knife is the sheep foot. Now, some of them have spear points, sheep foots. You might even get a ram foot blade. There's several different blade shapes that come in the 2 main blades. And sometimes you'll get both. Say a sheep foot on one end and a spear point on the other end. But the reason that is because all these fellas back when the Congress and all, I'm talking the colonies, and when there was 12, 24, 25 states, when they'd go to Congress, they'd come right off the cotton farm, or they'll come out of the wheat field, or come out of whatever they were doing in their normal life to go to Washington to sit in Congress and adapt the law for our country. Well, they were all whittlers. They sat around, if they needed a plug for something, they whittled it out with a stick, beat it in there, and plugged it up. Well, that's why this knife was made, because all them boys was bringing their whittling knives up there and cutting the furniture to death inside the Congress. But when they built this knife, they had to include the big blades so they could whittle if they wanted to, which is kind of an oxymoron back and forth. But anyway, if you ever seen the picture of the contents of Abraham Lincoln's pockets when he died, he had a 5-blade Congress in his pocket. It was an ivory boned, which is illegal to own now, but an ivory boned handle Congress with 5 blades. And that knife, I think, is in the halls of the Smithsonian now on display. And the other lore is that all the knives meet in the middle. How the Congress will get the Senate will do one thing and the House of Representatives do their thing, and then they'll meet in the middle. that's some of the lore that goes along with this pocket knife, how all the blades meet in the middle. But this is just a fine pocket knife right here, guys. And like I say, it's a safe queen. I'm not going to carry it. I'm not going to tote it. It's near and dear to my heart. I got a stock one that's the same color. I had to do a little repair on that one though, and but I got it in there where it needed to be. Okay, got a lot going on, guys. Got a full plate. The reason I'm so late putting this video out today, guys, is I got a package today, and I don't even know what to say. I'm not sure what I'm even going to be able to talk about it, y'all. It came from El Dorado, Arkansas, and that's all I can share with y'all right now. I gotta process what happened, and I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. But I do need to tell you this. Y'all like, subscribe, and call your neighbor. Holler at, take him some jam or some jelly, a couple jars, and go down there and visit with him for a second. Tell him, out on the porch. Tell him howdy, how you doing. And before you walk off the porch, tell them go over to old Barlow Brigade and get on there and watch what old Big Jim's doing. 888 subscriptions or 86 subscribers now. We're growing slow. And once again, my goal is trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. I think we can get there. I don't know. But if we don't get there, you know what? I'm still going to come on here each and every day if I can and talk to y'all about something. Whether I'm right or wrong or indifferent, it doesn't matter. I'm going to share my opinion with y'all. I'm entitled to that, just like y'all are entitled to your opinions. Okay? Now, the main thing that y'all need to know is that Jesus Christ is Lord in my life, and the knife that I'm talking about is rule number 9. Y'all have a good one.